Let's start with the question. How to tell how fast I'm going in sidebar in vanilla Minecraft, so I'm traveling very far in the end. By elytra with firework rockets, and sometimes there are vast gaps, and I would like to know my speed because I usually use the islands below to regulate my speed. If you go at approximately 40 degrees down to build speed, then approximately 40 degrees up you can go a very long while without using a firework rocket. But without the islands, it's pretty hard to tell how fast I'm going. I know I'm probably wrong, but I assume I can set an objective and use a scoreboard. So how can we solve this? There's one possible answer. Answer 1. This is an interesting problem and I think I got a solution for you. Speed is the difference in position per time interval. This means that if you can measure travel distance and time, you can measure speed. It turns out that you can indeed track both distance and time as follows. Scoreboard objectives add travel distance stat. Aviate 1 cm. This scoreboard objective keeps track of how many centimeters you have flown. Now you need to keep track of the time. This can either be using redstone or a scoreboard timer. I leave it up to you to design that, since it is out of the scope of this question. Now you need an additional objective to write the speed to. Scoreboard objectives add speed. Dummy speed. Following commands should be repeated every second. Using your timer. Execute at a ~~~~ scoreboard players operation at s speed equals at s. Travel distance. Scoreboard players set at a travel distance 0 if you repeatedly execute these last two commands. Then you get the distance in centimeters that the player travels within the specified time interval. That's exactly the definition of speed. Make sure that you display the speed scoreboard in the sidebar and you're set. For the sake of completion. And because it was suggested. Here is how you convert your value to a different unit. I am making the following assumptions. There exists a scoreboard, containing constants. I name it constants. This scoreboard has a constant called time unit with value 3600. This scoreboard has a constant called distance unit with value 100,000. You want to convert to a speed in kilometer per hour. Your initial value is in centimeter per second. If you convert to a different unit, you have to do divisions and multiplications. It is important that you do divisions after multiplications, because scoreboards don't work with floating point values. To convert from centimeter per second to kilometer per hour, you have to use following commands. Scoreboard players operation at a speed * equals time unit constants. Scoreboard players operation at a speed equals distance unit constants. These commands should be pasted right after the other commands that got repeated. If you want a different unit, then you have to alter the values of the constants. I hope this answer helped, and if it did, please drop a comment and subscribe.